So those of you following the stream recently will know that we began the Super World series, Luwuka's count, with Super Boom Boom World. Absolutely spectacular sequence of 30 levels that is highly, highly recommended. And today / yesterday, a series of bonus levels came up to basically create a sequence that, while it was not incorporated into the main line of the Super World, because I think Luwuka and Mang didn't really want to interrupt anybody's ongoing progress at this point, they constitute an additional 5 as a bit of an epilogue to what we've played so far. We playtested an early version of Tree for Speed, and I remember I had a good bit of trouble executing the central mechanic when I did play it, so we'll see if I remember how to do it a couple weeks later. But we will play through this sequence today, and that'll be part 2 of the Super World stream. So enjoy. We're going to begin with Bonus 1, Rocky Road. It's called a road. It's called a Rocky Road. It is a road that you go. Okay, so we spin on Thwomp, and up we go, just like that. Oh, and we don't want to get caught under traction, of course. We do want to lean forward into the exit point. That's something that's teaching me right away. Yeah, we basically want to hold the spin into this, I think, and then it'll eject me, but we need a bit of momentum coming out of it. So we'll learn how to do it. Yeah, and we have to go left, of course. Obviously. And you land directly on 1-up if you do it that way, which we needed the additional bounce, perhaps, on this. I'm not getting enough forward momentum on it. Maybe we do need to lean into it. I don't know if we can lean into it without slipping off. We kind of can. Like, if you hold right, you stay on the Thwomp, and you do get projected off. We don't want to do it here, of course, because we're going left. We'll just have to watch the end of the track. Here, if you hold right going into this, then you do make it over. Without falling off the Thwomp along the way. And then... oh, I guess we should jump up here. Boo over here. I guess, yeah, we just need to face left and have a more or less accurate landing, and then, yeah, we do need to face in the correct direction and anticipate the arrows for when we prepare the rightward or leftward movement. I mean, you've got lots of flexibility if you're jumping back towards where the Thwomp is. If you're going forward, you do need to really commit. Up we go. You fall in, and then we hang right. Hang right. And then we do need to spin off of this, though, so we have to lead the Wiggler away from there, probably. We'll hold right here. You know what? But if you spin off the Wiggler, do you maintain spin? I feel like we should, right? I don't remember. I've been away from this game too much this year. Even basic mechanical knowledge is starting to make me second guess myself. Yeah, I think we just maintain spin. The way we usually would. Whoops. Yeah, just maintain spin. Not a big deal. Here, we do need timing. I totally didn't watch the timing, but we made it through, and we only needed to do it once, so... works for me. Whoops, totally missed. Here we stay below until we veer left at the very end of the second segment. Over this. Yeah, just like that. Looks like we'll need to enter the yellow pipe at the end of the sequence if we remember to spin jump, of course. That's rather important. We'll have a bit of a wraparound here. I guess that'll work. Oh, except we do need to wrap around it quickly enough, so let's not get stuck there. And there we go. Now we'll need to lead the thwomps. And that's good. Lead the other one. And hang right at the arrow, which we managed to do successfully. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I saw that we were going to be late on leaning forward there. That's okay, we'll redo it. And yeah, the purpose of the blade there is, well, first of all, you need to lower the blasters before you go for that. I think that's the entire purpose, just to enforce that sequence. Bit of a close shave there, but we made it. Okay, and we spin off the vine as we go and lean forward. And yeah, I got a little bit jammed there again. Again, went a little bit late on facing right again in that jump sequence. Do want to go forward here and have a nice clean entry once again. Down we go. And then, yeah, we are getting stuck there quite a bit. I wonder if we should be hanging right the whole way on that one. We need to recalibrate a bit. Let's see what it is we're doing wrong when it comes to gaining sufficient momentum. What a specific setup here, just to get the vines to come out exactly the right distance. Yeah, we just need to lean right much earlier than I originally thought I would have to. This is going to be a fast swamp, not a slow one. I guess if you straighten up, the thwomp would actually send you up the vine before it hits the muncher and drops it. And then you would need to make sure you fall into the thwomp on the right side there, so it's able to continue past the retraction into the one-way panel. Fairly generous timing, actually, on the booze. We say that now because I haven't died to it too much yet, but... There we go. Again, really need to lean right into this one. Cling. And then left. There we go. Oh. I saw that too, it's just that I jumped off of it too late. I saw that trick coming. And we still got caught by it. It's a fun little trap though, for sure. Of course, we say that now, but we don't know how many times we'll be caught by that before we finally learn. And then... Oh, whoops. Yeah, we really do need to just straighten up and not have a directional input at that point, I think, in order to do the lineup through the central column. Down we go. And then here we are, we straighten up through the middle. Cling. Then we're trying to overshoot. Come in here for checkpoint 2. We're gonna miss it. Took me a moment to see what the sequence would be. With this swamp here. Probably because I didn't expect that it would be going left to right like that. And then, yeah, we do need to open this gate, essentially, and go around the swamp. Icicles all need to drop before we head. Okay, that worked rather well. And then we need to make sure we hit the up input in the up pipe entry there. Mang, welcome. Oops. Well, the first attempt at this segment went pretty well for the most part. But we need to not miss, basically. So yeah, Mang, I only found out earlier today when I was putting together what we would do for the stream that there was the bonus world, because I hadn't really been checking into Mario Maker in the last week or two. Whoops. But I was looking for some kind of content to fill in after Super Shishiro World anyway, and so this made a whole lot of sense. I say that now, it depends on how manageable it turns out to be, of course, on the whole. And then let's do this sequence. Actually hit the up input, and then that takes you through here. Scroll break on the left side, I wonder what that's all about. Boom boom, of course. And yeah, it was holding into that, of course. Didn't expect a second stump, but we made it. Good enough. You just uploaded it yesterday. Yeah, I saw. I saw the timestamp on it, rather, when I just came in. Drill through. Our drill is the drill that will pierce the heavens. I guess the thumbnails label these as World 7, even though the official titles call them World Star. And yeah, we just need to punch over here, trusting that there was going to be a bridge down there to catch me. And then, yeah, this is going to punch you straight down. And Sinumu, the day's been going quite well. We've been off stream for much of this week, but I'm quite glad to be back. And down we go. Very different experience than the Mario Wonder drill here. And then, oh, didn't expect that. I guess we were still supposed to have the damage state to go up this column with a damage boost active. Having seen a lot of flop columns like that in Mang levels before, I think I understood that immediately, we just read it too late. Okay, let's punch through here and go. Oh, no, mistake. Well, might as well take the lock on the chin. Yeah, really great concept. Obviously, if you do take damage, you inherently would potentially get into an ST lock situation. But we are just dropping the spinies down to this layer here. A motif that is actually kind of familiar from some other vertical descent levels as well, I think. I have something in mind and I can't quite place it at the moment, but yeah. Let's take the hit. You know, in terms of dropping elements like the spinies here from one level to the next for additional platforms, I feel like we've seen that idea in a good number of vertical descents before. But here, of course, it's reoriented around this central mechanic. Whoa, missed it. Okay, we're still starting at the beginning here. Whoops. We need to not miss the corner of the preceding platform so we can actually get into the spin jump. Otherwise, well, now we've seen what happens. Yeah, really interesting that the ability to drill through will just kind of take priority in a way here that avoids squish death, so long as you are in fact able to punch through. Whoops, no. Bright idea, bad curve. Yeah, reading that for the first time, you really do need to make a bit of a snap decision just to correct for Mario intuitions about how things should typically work. It's a very satisfying element of these levels, in fact, to basically read the mechanic and learn it as you go as its own little embedded challenge. Once again, just wrapped around it poorly. It's absolutely the case that I should damage boost through the thwomps, though, to get on top of the column. I cannot see an alternative. But it's not like we've been there that long. Okay, down we go. And straight down this column. It's going to dunk you without the aid of a thwomp this time. Up the lift, and that is going to be checkpoint 1. No, we needed to hit this so we could get the icicle on top of the POW, which removes the munchers and allows me to continue. Nope, late. Need to hit that pretty cleanly without dropping the icicle. At least not before we've obtained the mushroom. Obviously we do need to drop it so we can take out some of these columns here. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Didn't expect that from the spike ball interaction here. Yeah, that's continuing to break everything down below. Once we get there, we'll need to spin on top of it to proceed. Okay, now we proceed this way. Oh, missed it. Yeah, because you're supposed to drop that and probably stay ahead of it, actually, and then get down this way. Maybe. We'll see. And drill down. Yeah, it's surprisingly safe. Right, and we are in the spinning state, and we just need to realign ourselves a little bit better, but that was the right idea. Shorter bounces would have been better there until we don't get caught on the ceiling corners. We'll try to remember that. Oops. Directly in the gap. Alright, let's try again. Yeah, I just need a good, accurate reception of how blocks are steadily going to be peeled off. Oh, oops, no. I was trying to just have a smooth left to right there before we got into high bounces, but that could have gone quite a bit better. Nope. We are past checkpoint 1 at this point, so let's try not to accidentally reset either, as I'm very often prone to doing. No, we were late. Rather, we hit the icicle too early. Nope. Yeah, we do want to go immediately like that, it's just that we need to work on accuracy. Let's grab the shroom and then... Okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, it's sort of interesting that the ball just drops right through you without the hit. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, I feel like we're supposed to get ahead a little bit. You do need to get onto the bomb in... not the bomb, rather, the ball in order to get enough height. But we should lead it. Instead of falling behind it. But we'll just figure out that position a little bit at a time. Oh, nope, now we got hit. That time was not so fortunate. Yeah, and of course, if we don't get a chance to see this properly, then the attempt does not continue from there with the mushroom. Nope. Once again, yeah, we do need to cross over instead of relying on a fortunate overlap the way we did earlier. So, we'll fix that. Then down we go. Now let's cross over and then drop after it. It's much safer. Yeah, we need to get ahead of it for sure. Falling behind eliminates too many blocks on the left, and we have trouble getting onto the ball. Okay, there we go. Yeah, much better. That's the correct sequence. You're my only hope. Not quite. Very nice. Bit with the wiggler there. Wasn't sure what would happen, but it's kind of nice that on a blind read it turned out as cleanly as it did. Whoops. Let's grab this guy, and then... no problems there, I hope. Yeah, no. Looks like we'll be able to go through both sides of the swamp. Now, no, we were supposed to get that bounce on top of the mold to go up top, obviously. We just missed it. Yoshi was plenty of help. Didn't have very long on this world to issue a final instruction, though. Okay. Okay. Punch through this. I was kind of thinking that with the triple stumps on that swamp that maybe we were going to ride both sides of it, but... okay, and then we wrap around to this side, and then we totally missed. Pretty close, actually. Now, on the final bit there with the 4 blocks, we'll need to be careful so we actually ensure that we enter the pipe in the bottom right. Looks like it is missable by 1 block, assuming it is something breakable. But we will see. Whoops, no. Okay, now, whoops, down this way. Break this, open it up, and down we go. I'll hop all the way over this way. Right. Right once again, and... oh, nope, missed a corner. Yeah, because basically we hit the swamps at that moment. I don't know what that icicle is all about, actually. The last area. We'll find out. Probably there to just throw off your spins. But... they're truly uncertain. We'll have to find that out ourselves. Nope, too soon. I knew it as soon as we went for it. No, once again, we really need to wait. Exercise a moment of patience here as we get on top of the swamp. Oh, wow, totally overshot. That was a wild overreach. Okay, this way. And this way. Nope, too late that time. I was watching the timing too, we just didn't arc the jump very well. Chewed off a little bit too much airtime with that, so I'll try to fix it. Then just drop in the way we usually do. And then that's just a rehearsal for what is to come over here. No, once again, not enough momentum there. We need much more right to left momentum on the final bounce. And we didn't really anticipate that. But yeah, we do need to hang right to go right to left properly. Get around that last corner. That's twice that we made that mistake. Okay, down we go. Down and around. There we go, much better. Okay, so here... yeah, we do need this degree of... yep, that's what it is. You avoid spinning on the last one by going to the icicle. That's the idea, and we did read it correctly. And then... yeah, totally fell into this trap. But luckily, we're just going to get dunked on a few times. One of my panels there, they totally seem to imply to me that there's some kind of secret, but maybe not. We can look at the main screen afterwards. The more info, rather. I didn't see any kind of bonus door, but kind of flying by the seat of our pants there, so. Yellow pipe at the end there. But nothing over the goal in the middle. It's over the goal on the other end. What is that about, I wonder? Well, anyway, won't see it this time around. Tree for speed. We call this tech the P-tree. Now, I had playtested an earlier version of this, and I remember I struggled with the mechanic. So, we'll see if we take as long. I do need to reload it from scratch, I think. But yeah, the idea is very subtle. That you need momentum into the cling enough that when you climb, and if you maintain your facing direction, then you get an additional tile from momentum kind of becoming potential energy, I suppose. So what we will do is, yeah, you need to cling, but then you need to maintain facing direction. That's what I seem to recall. There we go, and it gets you just barely over. Anyway, we'll see what this is all about. And then, yeah, you need to drop in. And then if you're swimming, you maintain the additional speed, and then you jump out this way. I don't know if that was the version that I played. Also notice the way that this whole thing looks here. It's like a roller skate, almost. Or a bulldozer, one or two. What's the difference anyway? Yeah, because you can do this, and that means you can also do this, perhaps, and then you maintain direction, you go all the way through. That's right. As long as you don't look back. Okay, now we maintain speed like this, and then it gets you over. Okay, that wasn't too bad for this segment. Okay, here we maintain the bounce. And then... No, we need to maintain the backwards direction, I think. And like that. And not quite. Yeah, we get the boost. And then that's when we know we've got the speed to do it. Okay, here... There's something subtle going on in this room. I'm not entirely seeing. Let me think about that. We probably thought about it extensively last time too. Yeah, of course we need enough height to get through here. Which means that we need... let me see. Kind of remember I struggled with this one too. Because basically you need to maintain facing direction, but if you're all the way up top, then you maintain that just fine. So basically we just need to run up and use the ramp to build up enough speed. Oh, no, we rotated. As long as we avoid rotation, then we're not doing too badly. Yeah, just enough room on the ramp once again. And that maintains the direction once again. Okay, so we need to reverse into this. I guess this is a scouting pipe. Let me see. Here we can line up at this point. I think we did reverse though, and we would need to fall into this, land on this with that bit of backward momentum, and then come up. We do a slam. That's right. Okay, now this bit here. Ah, yes, this is the bit where we need to think about the POW reload order, because we need POWs to load into place right on time. And we'll do that so we have a continuous series of long jumps. Which means that we need a 2 POW stack over here probably. Which means that 1 POW will need to be expended or scrolled off ahead of time. That's the POW from the left pipe originally. And then You'll get a slight landing zone here. Let's see, because you long jump here. Maybe not, maybe it's just standard jump, long jump. And things will reload just in time. Oh, we'll figure it out. Let's see. Because basically there's going to be a POW that is in the first area here. And when you maintain it, then we'll eventually get to the point where it's going to spawn again out of this position. Which means this bit is not too bad. But of course we need to make sure that the distance covered is going to be enough. Oops. Not much of one, actually. And that's the distance that they need to cover. And yeah, let's try this again. Okay, there's no clean opportunity for a reset. Let's see what we can do. No. So yeah, definitely we need this POW to be one that is reloaded. Okay, now let's drop this. Okay, whoops, timeout. Didn't even look at the time once again. We've run into it a few times today where I just didn't even think about the clock. But that's okay, we're at this segment already. Again, taking the second POW, placing it out front to develop acceleration seems to be correct. And yeah, basically we can kind of test drive a little bit here. That's a big miss. Oh, let's put half here. Then missed. But it's almost the right idea. We're leaving the first jump a little bit too late, I think. We just shouldn't be so close to the ledge. As long as we manage to close the gap between POW and reloaded POW, then we're okay. And then we missed. So yeah, that has to be a little further to the left. A little further. Dead center is probably what it's tuned around, given that we have so much forward momentum at that point from the initial run. Come on. Missed. Need to go much earlier. Nope. Maybe a little further to the right. That's a whole block further to the right. It's probably too far. Nope. Reposition a bit. I mean, we probably shouldn't pull back too much. You can pull back, actually. Yeah, I remember I kind of had to find out the hard way as well that you should just pull back on long jump because it doesn't manipulate the facing direction, so that doesn't break anything. Of course, we'll need a follow-up after this, which is up to the tree to deal with the moment, apparently. Okay. Nope, missed the second jump. It's a little bit tricky to execute sometimes. Nope, trying to get a second jump down here. Nope, oh, didn't expect that. Let's try it again. A little bit tricky. Slipping off the edge every time. That's... Nope. Yeah, we do want to pull back a little bit, but kind of hard to tell what our benchmarks for comfort should be. It's been such a long time since we played a game in this series. For sure, there we go. In terms of naval combat. Anyway, we managed to make it. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, it's underwater. We can obviously take the pipe. Drive the car off the edge, I suppose. I mean, I don't think we can take it through. Given that we can't take it through, what are we doing here to maintain momentum? Well, let's hop back in here and check. Once we've had a bit of auto body repair. So what does the car get for me? Let's see. It gives you the initial dashing state. Because the nice thing about the car is that it does give you a lot to work with when it comes to distance. Not quite. Again, we need a dashing state. I'm not exactly sure how to get that out of the car. Let's... Oh, actually, no. I think I know. Yeah, no, I remember the solution, actually. It was a very, very creative solution. It's to push. Oh, we got jammed against the wall a little bit, but it's not a problem. Yeah, I remember that solution. That was one of the really interesting ones that we've seen in recent memory. We'll, of course, pop that. And then we will maintain momentum through the swim. Let's try to get maximum sparks here. And then, still facing right the whole way if we can. Do we have it? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, we do need that initial running state. All the way here, I think. I think we weren't going fast enough to begin with. In that particular instance. No, I think we hit a ledge. Let's restart. We'll go up, drop the skip squeak. And do we have no speed here? Yes, we do. Okay, I guess we'll need to do this bit. I mean, we've done the bonus path before, so we don't strictly need to recreate it, but it would, of course, be nice. Yeah, because we can drop on the flag at this point. Or we can do this. Let's see. Once more, what is on the left? Boom, boom. We got 53 seconds to deal with him. I thought I did do this previously. Make sure I'm not just fooling myself with this here. Well, let's... Oh, he's kind of blocking out that location. The secret room changed. Okay, yeah. That's why this looks unfamiliar to me. I will almost certainly hit timeout then. I guess we are actually supposed to bounce off of Boom Boom when he's finished with the spin, then we actually bounce off him this way. And so we'll want to keep that in mind for however we're doing that segment. Yeah, we'll definitely see it then, since we have a chance to previously in this version. Oops, let's go part way like that. Maybe that's good enough. Let's try it again. Nope, it's gonna be long jump. Why am I assuming long jump here? Because maybe it's not. Maybe it's standard jump on this and then long jump. Maybe that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, actually. And whatever it is I was doing. Double long jump. No, except we're coming in low. Every time. You know, that would have been just fine, despite being a double long jump. That could have done just as well. There we go. Didn't take too long. Yeah, okay, and then here's the car push. Still a great solution. Just very, very impressive. And then we'll have plenty more time this time, I think, too. We didn't build up enough speed. Plenty more time to see the secret, I hope. Yeah, we want the flames, and then here we go. Drop the skip squeak, maintain direction. And do we have it? Yes, we do. Yeah, so we need to figure out where the initial run here is coming from. It's got to be from here. Or rather, let's build up enough speed on this side first. Let's see. Ah, yes. Okay, closing that gap may make a difference. Let's do that. Didn't really think about it since it was a bit of a bonus treat there anyway. Okay, I guess we'll run into reverse direction now that this is open. Now, did we maintain speed? No, we didn't. See where we lost it actually, just so with the initial dash over here. Oh, no, we need to wait, of course, for Boom Boom to finish his business. So back to this fussy little bit here. But we'll do it. Nope. Standard jump. Let's do it. You just need to be too fancy or technical about this. Okay, got through it quickly. Let's do it with the next room as well. Come on, let's dig the car out. Did we get it? Yes, we did. Well, you can't really confirm it until you're at the moment of truth. Skip squeaks up. Whoops, nope, missed it. That's alright. Nope, wow, totally missed that jump. I was at that point too concerned about the facing direction to really pay enough attention to the jump itself. Anyway, it would be nice if I could get over to that bonus room to actually work on it properly, but we'll see. Nope, standard jump. Okay, up we go. Oh, nope, guess not. I don't know where we lost momentum that time. That was a bit unusual. No, once again, the standard jump. It's always so tempting to do the long jump there, just from old habits. Okay, same idea. This time with a car. Okay, that would a little bit more smoothly than usual. Nope. The problem is that we can't really get out very well, except of course through here. Okay, let's push through this bit again. Let's just try to keep in mind towards accuracy. Speaking of which, I totally missed this massive tree that's impossible to miss. I don't even know how we got into this subject. Let's not spend too long on it. That was strange. Okay. Let's run. Oh, forgot the skip squeak. Let's go back for it. A lot of variables to keep track of sometimes when doing any level like this. No, we don't charge up here. What we need to do is charge up on the left and make sure we grab the candle this time, so. I know, we keep forgetting. I do need this tree. And yeah, Mang, maybe we should have some kind of emote for that occasion when we're starting to flag in attention just a little bit here. We still have speed. Wow. Same mistake twice there, too. And it is such a long way back. I mean, I remember that this level took me so long to execute the first time. I didn't expect that would necessarily do that much better this time, so still within expectations. Okay, with a bit more experience, things are starting to come together a bit better in the early council pages. No, we need to drop this on top. Not too worried about that one, generally. This one's starting to become a bit of a concern. We'll see what we do. I mean, everything reloads at the pipes, so. Okay, let's see if we can just get back to this presentation. Nope. No. No, we keep missing this thing. It's staring me right in the face here. I don't know why. I keep on bypassing it for no good reason. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Now, is this going to get me through? It is. Just barely. Okay, 350 seconds to work out this bit here. Which we previously couldn't quite do. Okay. We'll just tap this. That'll open up to the left side, and then we have the opportunity to commit into this side. Okay, if you run like that, then I guess. Nope. What do you think about this? I have no idea whether we preserved a sliding state at this point. I kind of doubt that we did. No, didn't think so. Well, we will see. See if this is enough. It is not. And yeah, very similar plots between a lot of stories like this. Let's figure this out. No. Yeah, very tricky. Oops, no. Okay. And let's wait for him to stop for a moment. Let's see how we're doing for height. Nope, still no. I mean, we're getting caught on this corner generally. That doesn't look like it's a very good corner to begin with. I might have an idea. Let's think about this. 190 seconds. Yeah, we might not take the bonus from this time after all, just to save on time a bit here, but... Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, I need to not hug the wall. I think the wall hug is maybe disrupting some of this. Nope. I wonder how it's just shallow. There's a different place I can get speed. Maybe I was thinking about the ramp on top of the boom boom as well, but it doesn't seem likely. I mean, we can perhaps try to go over here, but... probably just massively overcomplicated things. Wow, there you go. Saved by the grandmother. Nope, can't just slide into that. Let's place this correctly. Nope. Okay, there we go. Felt like I slipped up for a moment. Yeah, I know I did slip up. You can usually tell. Yeah, when it goes smoothly, you can definitely kind of feel it in your hands. Nope, hang on. Okay. Got that one done. Next. Well, let's see. Okay, so let's just run through the whole sequence. Let's make sure we didn't forget anything really critical. Oops. Hang on. What? Okay. Is that it? There we go. 350-ish. Getting into this segment here, which... well, we'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, no, forgot this one. Okay, and then we continue the sequence over here. Once again, not forgetting the other critters along the way. Oh, wait, no, we're already here. Okay, yeah. Why did I think we weren't? Anyway, never mind. Okay, let's try this again. Tap this, open that side up, as well as shower us with cookies galore. Okay, nope. Well, we got 260 on the clock to work with for this one. Oh yes, that's right, we determined that we had an easier time rallying this rickety looking thing instead. Then did we maintain sufficient direction? No, we didn't. Seems a little bit better this time. Got it. And we'll just slice through them. Doesn't need to be perfect. And we can try, I mean... then we can go this way. Oh no, can't turn it off anymore. It's already off. Anyway, let's try to make sure we have time to play the 2 remaining levels. Let's finally take the clear. Considering I played that before, that took exceptionally long, but I kind of expected that would be the case. And thank you for the particularly Christmassy GGs from Mang. Where's the Z stored? The Z is stored in a Yoshi. Well, spoiler alert. Right, this is going to be maintaining the spinning state over here. Whoops, nope. That's a problem. Yeah, we should be able to break through that. We'll see how exactly that'll work. Okay. Trying to get a spin into this. But that's going to be too late already. We need to charge it up on the previous platform when it's still in a state where it would be open to that. Okay. Yeah, I think you just go like this. There we go. That's how you do it. Oh, thought I had that one. But yes, I didn't. Whoops. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, because you can just land directly on Yoshi. Oops. Why did I want to break that then? Oh, kept missing. This is surprisingly customary not just to have any cooling device handy nowadays. Whoops, no. So, going for somewhere safe. Oh, I was trying to spin jump into a Yoshi there, that didn't work. Yeah, I remember seeing this tech in a very early stage of exploration. The level on the whole does feel completely different. Yeah, recognize the game in a real... Yep. Seriously consider that. Huh. Yeah, I guess maybe... landing on Yoshi, that would just seal the deal, but... Yeah, because you had to stomp right on Yoshi directly, and then... over here. Oh, nope. Too many jumps. Yeah, no, I see what's going on. That Yoshi maintains the spinning state, and then instead of spinning down towards the block that is on the conveyor, that's the bottom row, Yoshi just jumps over there, potentially from the claw. I'll just cut that instead. Let's... Okay, no, we're much too late. Yeah, a bit of a delay to our initial read of it, just from slight lack of familiarity with some of the modern revival elements. Hang on. No, I was supposed to smash everything there. Something went wrong. Let's figure this out. Okay. Oops. See, I wonder how that works. Because you do have to switch over to being short to get through the cap anyway. Just been thinking about that. We will see. Then smash, there we go. That's how to do it. That's what I was going for all along. We're too slow now, though. Yeah, much too slow. On the other hand, maybe something here is salvageable. Not really. I was kind of hoping for that. And that they would be available way off peak. For an uninterrupted session. Nope. Okay, now let's wrap around clearly. And then, yeah, we know the continuation at this point. We just need to go through some emotions and die quickly if we can. Okay, let's try it again. Oh. Oh, nope. Alright. A lot of information to keep track of. We'll try it again. I'll have to be a little more swift about everything along the way. Come down here. Go to this side. Hit. Now we do need to go quickly. Over here. Oh no, that was correct. It's just that we had a really bad rise out of the water there when I was trying to break more of that platform so we could raise it. As you can tell from the auto scroll, we're a bit slow across the board with that anyway. So we can do everything else up to that point just a little bit errantly. Nope. Let's not start over, obviously. Okay, this is correct so far. We just need to make sure. Nope. Yeah, the thing is, too much time spent on one particular interaction that we're not able to get anyway. I mean, there's the flag right there. We're pretty close to flag number 2. We're actually still in the first segment. Nope. Wrong side of the gate. Let's not flood absolutely everything. Yeah, a bit tricky to execute much of the time. Okay, that's going a little bit better. Nope, missed it. Got caught in the corner, rather. Well, this is going to be an awkward moment indeed, as we have no place for him to stand. Yeah, we'll try it again. And YY5-WK9-30G, welcome. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, a little too much airtime perhaps, but we just need to act decisively when we do have something. That's been part of the problem so far, is just second guessing too many potential complications. Yeah, the water level is definitely wreaking all kinds of havoc on our timing. But we'll see. Have to fight against the water drag quite a bit here. Okay. That's the name. Oh, lost it. Nope, that's not going to work out. Nothing to reach for. Okay, really can't lose so much time to a couple of mistakes. Let's get over here and then oh, whoops, no. I don't know why I'm slowing down so much. Let's tighten up the whole operation a little bit. We've had a very clear attempt for what to do for some time now. Oh yeah, no, we shouldn't have waited for the parental pickup the whole way. That was a mistake. Okay. Nope. Trying to catch it on the way down, that did not work. I don't think we should catch it on the way down. I think we had the right idea earlier. Oh, no. Yeah, we hit the wall. That was the issue there. Lots of things can go wrong. Well, if we can get ahead of the auto-scroll a little bit, we're in much better shape. Okay. Okay, maybe we can break it at this point. Nope. Don't know when we lost it, but we lost it. We do need to maintain spin throughout that whole sequence. That's a long sequence. I don't know why we always wind up so far behind the auto scroll, but clearly losing so much pace with every attempt. Okay, getting there a little bit faster this time. No, because at that point we definitely would have lost it. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, use Divine. Okay, no. I didn't look at Divine on the top left. That's what it is. That's going to be the takeoff point for the spin. Yeah, with things moving there. Very difficult to trust what you see. I think it's probably... No, it's a disaster already. Well, long ways to go for this one. No, missed it. At this point, I'm not even past checkpoint 1, so let's just restart. Not make too much of a habit out of it, in case it leads to problems. Okay. Nope, missed. Really difficult to get the deflection down right. I feel like we're maybe doing one too many cycles there or something. That was slightly better coordination that things could improve. And no, we're losing paper plates for spring, so... Yeah, just not being slick enough about it to make it a success. Nope. Much too long. Yeah, because basically in the piranha cage area we need to plant the last through the second half. But to do that we do need to perform another little release first. Oh. Hang on, no. Fell off the chair. Yeah, we've known what to do for a while now. We just haven't been able to execute it properly. Okay. Good, this is a lot better actually. Oh no, we needed mushroom for that, unfortunately. And that's going to be something that we need to do on dry land, effectively. Too many visual distractions otherwise. Whoops, no. Okay, no. Starts. Very tricky. Nope, didn't work. It's just too close to the water level. Let's see if we can find some way into this. Okay. Oh, no. I forgot that this was already in a braking position. So we basically need to go left, go right, and then use the vine to switch back to swim jumps. I have the route, we just haven't done it. It feels like we need to be many seconds quicker. And we're far behind right now in terms of pace. And no, I'm not sure. Probably Valentine's Day. Nope. Ah, once again, just a second jump out of here just knocked me right out. Yeah, the room for execution mistakes. This one is very significant. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a little bit tricky here. Nope. Too far to the left. Otherwise that would have worked. We just needed to leave Discovery itself in a more optimistic position as a ship. Nope, missed. Well, we could be doing a lot better here. Way too tired, probably. Nope. I mean, a big part of it is that we have been reacting a little too slowly to getting on the claws, and if a jump comes late, you just jump out of the claws like that instead. It's a real issue. Oh, that's my secret. I'm always way too tired. Some days we're just better at hiding it than others. Okay. Nope. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay, down. That's fine, except we didn't get a chance to blast this with red. If we blasted this, then we would be able to dunk that, and maybe that gives you a key or something. I kind of suspect it does. Do we want to try this again? Yeah, we would need a much bigger jump out of this area here, though. Just checkpoint 1. Let's check what's ahead first, and then we'll see. It's just a 1-up. Okay, never mind then. we won't do it after all. And then we do need this. I know I was trying to get on top and not go. Oh, might as well read what's going on here. Or our next destination. There we go, much better. Then we would need to. How do we even do that? Let's see. Because I'm looking at the wiggler there and I realized I didn't actually wrap that out. Nope, forgot the mushroom. So we'll just take the crush. Yeah, because you go over to the wiggler, then maybe just taking damage from the wiggler? I don't know. Just to get Yoshi into a run. Wait, because where's the jumping off point for this then? Because if I'm jumping off of the top bridge, then I'm thinking about where I actually managed to get a landing. Haven't seen this before, so not this part anyway. Yeah, I still am not quite sure how to read the bit with the wiggler head. I feel like we need to maintain speed for quite some time with the Red Yoshi, but oh, we forgot the mushroom. That's okay, just need a second wind to hit, where we kind of go through the pocket of fatigue, you know, and then the alertness kind of comes back. We depend too much on things like that. Okay. Oh, missed it. Okay, no, that's how to do it. You spin on the wiggler and you land on a Yoshi with the spin. Okay. Yeah, that's clearly how you do it. And then we can maintain the spin state if we just keep going out of the water directly onto the spike ball. Okay, okay, I see it. I've spent so long on this. It's a mechanic that, whoops, is kind of a challenge to work in. Especially, I think, for makers with really high quality collections generally. Okay, there we go. Nope, missed it. Unfortunately, if you miss it, then you just don't get to spin it. That's it. Well, might as well read ahead a little bit. And yeah, there will be a point at which I do need to fire at the ice to remove that row that is going to be an obstruction. Oh yeah, I forgot that this is not Green Yoshi. We can't just manipulate every object we want. We do need to pay attention. Yeah. Grab this. Okay. And then we continue this way. Missed. Wait. No, we need to land on top of Taboo to get Yoshi into the run, I think. And then we get up here, spin onto Yoshi as he's running over. The water should drag his speed a little bit during the run, which is something that will make that possible. Normally Yoshi would just outrun by far, but in the water we should be okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Except Yoshi, of course. Wasn't dunked far enough here. I don't know if we can catch up at this point. Difficult, but... Oh, no, do we miss like that? Oh, missed it. We were fine, and then we missed. And then we just needed to go around up here, and then that would have been a fine continuation in terms of being able to catch up with the time we lost in the auto-scroll. Okay. Starting to get us with a bit more optimism here. Let's... And by a bit more, I mean we still need to fix a lot of things. We can do that cleanly. And that's already a pretty big deal. Up here. Hit accurately. Good. Oh, that was wrong. Yeah, again we will miss over here, but... What is this? Nothing. Something. Okay, I don't have Yoshi over here. Oh, it's gonna be here, okay. I mean, that's the thing that should be familiar to us from the Super World, of course. As far as setups go. We do know it. Yeah, because we need to punch it. And then wrap Yoshi around the left side. It's a bit too slow, but we'll get it. Okay. Making progress, though. And suddenly making it a lot faster. Amazing what waking up can do for you. It'll win the shootout, of course. Wait. Yeah, we need to move him first, I think. Oh, missed it because we hit the ledge. I think that was fine, though. I think that almost did it. That cat, welcome. That cat, don't know if you saw that this series of 5 bonus levels for Super Boom Boom World was uploaded yesterday. And that's what we're running today in this part of the program. Wait, how am I out of the spinning state? Oh no, because the taunt needs to retract and we need to come out of the water. That's right. That's right. Okay. Now I understand it. That's why it's important to go for the thwomp first. And it is time to spin. Whoops. Oh, that's a little bit jammed there. Time's going to be of the essence right here. We'll need to catch up a little bit. Remarkably, I think we'll make it. Why the coins up there? I don't really know. Because we need to get back into the spinning state at this point. Actually, yeah, no, we need to zap the... No, we need to get up to the coins in order to zap the piranha, and then we can get back into the spinning state after the whole spring segment. And we just spin down to Yoshi when he's already been dropped to the pipe entry location. Wait, and then down here. And we get up here and zap him. And then... Okay. Down like that, and through. And of course, look at the right side there, that was just the characteristic bit of Super World artwork for us all. Yeah, because I was supposed to spin like, no, we drop it out and then I think I see the sequence there, but we had the timing all wrong. Scuba diver on the right, exactly. Nobody cared who he was until he put on the mask. Okay, let's get over here. Okay, we know how this is going to go. And the pipe allows us to basically reset our progress with a scroll. We tap both quickly, and ideally we tap them both at the same time, because then we go like this. Oh, too far over, I think. Nope, we found. Right, little pocket. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, no, I didn't see the semi-solid under here. But if we go up to the vine, we're actually able to just... Oh, I guess not. But if we go like this, then maybe we're able to do this. Yeah, very nice, actually. That's a little setup to get this happening that was not really seen elsewhere in the level. Anyway, at long last, we got stuck on this for so long. But we made it. That was much longer than 12 minutes, of course, but that's because it was the first segment before CP1 that took the longest. Boom Boom's Lap Nap. Catching some Zeds with a nap lad, that sounds like a great idea. I see a 3-minute record on this by Mang, which means we may take some time. And here's a true final boss here, 7-5. Thank you for the GGs. Let's try to get one more. And yeah, once again, just getting tons of mileage out of this setup here. Oh yeah, no, we've seen this before. In fact, we saw the water mechanic in this level before we saw it in the one that we just played. Wait, hang on. Well, we'll need to do this again. Just a minute. Yeah, no, we saw the prototype of this one quite some time ago. Because this was where I learned the whole thing with breaking the yellow blocks underwater to begin with. And then we need to kick. Oh, kick. And then, well, we would need to drop this out here, and then... Oh, whoops, missed it. That's okay. We'll just drop it over here again. I don't know how close this is to the version I last tested. I remember testing this in a very early state. We need to do a double kick on the mecha, for sure. I mean, it's going to be spins, so we'll spin it across. Hang on. There's some new rooms. Yeah, I remember I saw this in a very early state, I think, when the mechanic was first being shown off. Because there was a bit of a, you know, does this level communicate the mechanic test that I know was sent to me ages ago. Okay, one more bounce should have done it there. We just need to bounce more accurately on this when we kick it over and try to land on it. Hang on. Instead of clipping it on the side all the time. There we go, finally. Almost missed there and clipped the corner. But at long last, we are here. Okay, so... yeah, at some point we need to swim through here with the spinning state without getting nudged by the platforms, and then we land on top of the cannon. That'll give us a cannonball to continue. Works rather well as a bit of a final test, I guess. Given that it incorporates not only the mechanic from the level we just did, but, you know, this boom setup that has just been such a consistent feature of Super World broadly. I guess we need to figure out where to place this. Whoops. Because we should be able to get into spinning state on top of the boom boom, and then on top of the cannonball, and then here. What's this? Oh yeah. Oh, nope. We need mushrooms. Hang on. Can we get more shrooms? Possibly not. Maybe we're in big trouble now. I think we may have lost here. Mushroom on boom. Oh yes, okay. Oh yes, I see it. I see it. We want Yoshi before we attempt that. The shroom on the boom. Okay. The water drag on the cannonball. Actually, that was quite a bit. Whoops, no, need to do a bit more swimming there. See, now I kind of want to see a level that's called Shroom on the Boom. With all apologies, of course, to the wonderful children's book by Julia Donaldson, Room on the Broom. Highly recommended, incidentally. Are we still in the spinning state? We are not. I need this on both sides. Is Yoshi centered enough here? Probably not, but let's release this. Game audio just broke. Yeah, I think Boom Boom broke it. Give me one moment, let's fix it. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad it lasted as long as it did today, in fact. Better than usual. Should be back. Okay. Are we in the spinning state? We are not. How did I lose it? I must have clicked a corner or something. Or maybe, yeah, Yoshi was not really well centered to begin with here. I would assume that the bullets do maintain it. Oh no, we didn't spin it to begin with here. Let's make sure we do that correctly. Yeah, bad positioning. For momentum as well. We're taking our sweet time with it. Nope, nope. Oh, whoops, no. We need to not double tap to spin. Oh, I'm double tapping to spin. Probably because I sometimes have a habit of double tapping jump, perhaps. If I'm trying to maintain momentum here. Yeah, we want to hit the bullet right when it's above the bridge. Of course, the bridge gives us a very clear indication of what we should be going for, but we need to be really crisp about it. And nope. Yeah, let's not double tap. Nope. Yeah. Keep thinking I'll adjust, that's why. Okay. Yeah, we're in 20 seconds. Yes, got it. Only to die to timeout. Yeah, definitely timeout. That's okay. Now, this is new. I haven't seen this idea before. We will timeout. And then down here... Yeah, that's just a bit of a return path. That's okay. Let's try it again. We know what to do with this room at this point. We just need to actually do it successfully. Nope. Let's leave Yoshi in position first. Okay, that works. Oh yeah, we need to do this first. That's okay, we're still in the spinning state, I think. Are we? Yes, we are. Okay. Nope. We're kind of spike ball to just sort of slaughter these one by one for us. Nope. Yeah, no, clipping the corner here. Let's just be careful about it. Oh. Yeah, we can always reposition on the boom for as long as we need. If timing is an issue. Thwomp over here, I feel like the Thwomp has to push this over. So we'll drop Yoshi first and then swim around. We'll take it around this way. Because then we activate the Thwomp, we'll have a bit of drag on everything, and then we'll get up Yoshi. Wait a minute, we're nowhere near this. We're nowhere close to it. Yeah, because we have to be... That's a really weird position. Oh no, because we need to drop this out first and we need to wrap Yoshi around this way. That's why it is. And you have to go over to the bridge. Basically raise this while you're in a spinning state and then go over with Yoshi. Like this, except we'll start with a spin first this time. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. A lot more sense. Except we need to go around, yeah. We need to go over the Thwomp. Am I getting another one? Or am I able to reset? Okay, I guess... that's... it for our pal. Yeah, and... it looks so solid after all this time too, that's okay. Cool. Just take one on Yoshi's behalf. Okay. Let's do this again. We'll leave Yoshi in position and just go for this directly. Nope. Lost that at some point. Don't know when that was. Okay. Good. Relatively smooth. Yeah, this is the part where we can just reposition as long as necessary. Good. Okay, we got back here pretty quickly, as long as we don't lose Yoshi just as quickly. Yeah, we'll need to go over this time. And that went pretty well, all things considered. There's checkpoint. Now we'll need a starting location to get the spin going here. Let's see what's going on here. I think we need a scout up ahead to see what's above the wigglers. The vine is going to be the initial location. Spin jump off the vine, onto the wigglers, onto Yoshi. then onto the blade, onto here, and back, like that. Very visible, in fact. And you do need that initial position here to get over here safely. Oh, not so good. Actually, need to drop Yoshi like that first. Very nicely designed, actually, this sequence here, just to make sure the player just goes back and forth and uses everything twice. Yeah, very elegant. I quite like that room. I feel like this bit here is one where perhaps it's just going to be some kind of independent Yoshi run or something. No, he's going to start out with the Boom Boom. But we need a spinning location before we bust this open down here. And that I think what it is going to be is jumping up towards these wigglers like that, because then you position him accurately. And then we can get up on top of the bridge. Because otherwise we would need to get Yoshi on top, and then... There we go. Just like that. And there's more. Cloud. Right, because Cloud does maintain... Well, when you get into the cloud, it does maintain the spin. We know that from one of the other levels in the set as well, I think. Like in Boom Boom World, rather. Maybe. Or maybe we learned it from the playtest for this one. I do remember this mechanic anyway. I've seen it at some point. That we maintain. Oh, and then you need to kick like that. Yeah, no, I think I actually playtested this segment specifically. That's how I remember it. Nope, missed it. Maybe kick it a little bit lower so we can land on it. Okay. Basically. Oh, and we're already through here, so we didn't even need to send that through necessarily. We do need to maintain spin. No, we lost it. Okay. Nope. Yeah, the thing is, the cloud's gonna expire if we just take too many attempts to do that, so we need to kick a lot better. Good. And that's going to be some kind of proximity activation on the scroll break. Which then gets you over here. Now we can see if I can make it over. There we go. Just barely. Ooh. That looks tantalizing. Let's do it. And look at that. It's the Mang and Luwuka show. Well, once we open up Mang's half. Presumably. I'm correct in reading that this half is Luwuka, right? So. Also, yeah, I guess I no longer have Yoshi here, but maybe we get another one. Since the one we panel points this way, anyhow. On the way back to the goal. Oh. Come on. Okay. Let's do this. Anything? Or did we need fire here to properly render this? What's the scroll break? Is it down here? No. Or is it just punching this? It is. There we go. Okay, now we'll need to make it over, of course, which is not by any means trivial. Totally going to time out here, just watch. There we go. There we go. I feel like that's a reference to an actual soft lock. But we are out of here, and true ending achieved, which is the important thing here. Also, yeah, lovely touch here, just to knock that out on our way back in from the secret room. And that is the true ending to Super Boom Boom World. Well, what an experience. Really brought us together. Also, I'm going to make an attempt at one thing, since you folks are here. When I played Super Boom Boom World, I tried to comb over the levels for comment art, and my connection broke at that point, and I couldn't actually load any of the comment art in the levels. So we're going to try it again, since Mang and Luwuka are both here, and we can kind of enjoy whatever the comment situation has been in the levels since. Because I'd meant to sort of take a second crack at this anyway, to see if we can find anything good or interesting. Checkpoint City, a beautiful city. Well, it's a matter of opinion. Why auto-scroll? And I guess once you expand your reach to a certain audience, and that's what you get. Oh, somebody put in their time. And DGR fan club showing up in force as always. Hope you saw a good run, by the way, by DGR as well as some of the other big streamers. I actually saw a little bit of the Beast playing it, I think. And it was fun because there were so many different ways to kill pumpkins. I guess so. I feel like that's more reflective of the player's desires more than anything. Stop posting about Among Us. I'm tired of seeing it. Says somebody with 2024 in his name. Okay, nothing too spectacular here. I'm just trying to see if there's, you know, occasionally some really good comment art that would show up in these levels, because yeah, a little bit more on the abstract side. But someone tried to mark a long jump. 0 out of 10. I wonder what this was. This was hard. And oh, somebody pushed jump. We got a badass here. And oh, somebody thinks this is impossible. I don't think I even know what GD ratings is. Maybe I'm just out of touch with people using that kind of thing. Some kind of difficulty metric, I'm sure. Community vote or something. I have no idea. Not meaning to sound like a game journalist playing Cuphead, but that's it. Yeah, oh yeah, no, we noticed this coming before. Someone's not smarter than a pigeon. GD is probably just game difficulty. Yeah, I have no idea what people mean sometimes. I didn't know if that was actually like some kind of service or whatever, because, I mean, there isn't a difficulty rating on it, right? It's not like those levels where people put stars on their own level to predict what the clear rate will be and often get it wildly wrong. Geometry Dash? Oh, probably. Saw a bit of that earlier today. In Shushiro's Superworld. With the power of spin jumping off a wall. Someone didn't want 10,000 hearts, apparently. A cool water level. Yeah, this person has no idea just how much of that they're in for over the course of Superworld. Plus bonus. Reminds me of the nice water guy back on Miiverse. What even is this? Oh, your feet are... I don't even know what this is. Okay. Something was shoveling on his shoes or something. Wet Feet Creek. Yeah, muddy shoes, I suppose. The first two levels, Visor of your Superworld have manic comments. What, from people who tried it solo, or what happened with there? Yeah, this is what happens when you break into the popular tab. Of course, this is why we're doing it. Very entertaining. Is this supposed to be Kirby? I don't even know. People trying to mark every long jump. I like to think that the comment destroyed me refers to somebody telling him to long jump. Yeah, like I was saying. This guy's singing to himself. The quickest heg hug around. Is this supposed to say situation? Okay. That's creatively phonetic. Well, somebody remembers Transform Ice. And what else do we have? Yeah, not a whole lot of illustration actually, but oh, here's Sasha. And oh, the Fuska is coming in. Yeah, let me give you a quick shout out. We're actually winding down. And Arrowbow coming in as well. Tells me I've been running pretty late because I run early enough to raid some of you folks from time to time, but Ode Maker has been going well on your end. We're actually finished for today. I'm just going over comment art from Super Boom Boom World, which we just played the epilogue to earlier on the stream. Yeah. Then Boom Boom's Boing Boing. Yeah, because we never got a chance to actually go over comment art on these levels when we played them a couple weeks ago, but we just played the 5-level coda to this whole set, and thought it would be a fun way to wind down the experience with the makers present. You want to go live again so I can rate you back? Yeah, I'd be happy to. Down to come. Oh, that's right, because this was the one with the soft lock. I don't think I even found a soft lock, which is unusual for me because I tend to run into that stuff without trying. My favorite part is when Boom Boom flew his way to victory. And yeah, that soft lock was definitely very sus. But hey, at least everybody can, you know, hang out with each other while they're in that particular location. Poor Yoshi. This person doesn't look the happiest. Is that a self-portrait? It kind of does look like one. Compared to me. Close enough. And then what does it say? Could use better contraptions. And oh, somebody feels very proud of not soft locking himself. You know, just to show everybody who's boss. You notice that adding a soft lock gives a lot of combat engagement. Yeah, too bad there isn't some kind of, you know, payout for that. And typically you're going to eat dinner. Yeah, have a great time. Enjoy your meal. Bon appetit. And thank you once again for bringing your crew over. Even though I am going to be passing everybody on to somebody else very soon. In kind. Stand here so bully destroys the blocks, etc. Yeah. Which level are we even looking at? Ah, yeah, Night Shift Bookshelf. Very fond of this one, with the on-off switching, of course. And soft lock, soft lock. Who thinks they were soft lock? I didn't think there was one in this one. Maybe people just don't know how to operate switches. Yeah, look at this. Boom boom over here. It's been working out. No, see, I loved how some people, you know, actually put the effort into the drop shadows and everything. Netcat, you like that Boo picture? Which one was the Boo picture? This one, yeah, this one's very appropriate. Oh, the second page of comments. I completely forgot that we could go to further pages, to be honest, because, you know, it's not often that we'll see levels that actually run to several pages of comments. We'll take a look at what Mang's is. There's one at the top. Okay, hang on. The Boo picture. Let's just scroll down. Oh, you mean this one? The bloody Boo. He's been slicing everything up. Correcting everything in red ink here in the library. So, Mang, was it this level that you had one on the second page? We'll definitely check it. Even with instructions, this part doesn't make sense. Wonder if there's anything else of interest. Okay, page 2. Oh yeah, that's right, that we can turn off the stamps. Or rather we can... Yeah, we can kind of just collapse the stamps. I completely forgot you could do that. I mean, it's rare enough that we'll actually go through comments in this big a stack. So, hey, look at that, it's Paxman over here. The Boom Boom level, yeah, okay, let's take a look at that. German Boo is called Boo-hoo, which is oddly very fitting. Oh, all I see are more soft locks. Far as the eye can see. Oh, somebody got hit. You got some boom booms. Oh, there's a trampoline date. Over here. Soft lock? We apologize for the soft lock. Boom Boom will be scolded. And he was. We jumped on him repeatedly. With Red Yoshi's spin jump boots. Yeah, I don't know if we'll actually go through all of them. This is actually taking much longer than expected. But I don't know. Let me know if there's any particular level whose comment art you think I should definitely see. Because, I mean, you two know your comments. I know that I wanted to see the last level for sure because I saw that we had missed a bunch that were kind of just summation of everything by people we know. So I was just curious about it. And we'll look at some of the new ones too because we hadn't really taken a look. Although I guess there have been very few plays on the bonus world so far just because it's been up for a day. So he's not hacking. I've seen this glitch before. Why do people keep thinking they got soft lock? Well, because it's the popular tab rather, I think. 3-2, yeah, and door stopper. We'll check that for sure. Somebody thinks they've been hacking. Oh, look at that. I was looking forward to seeing what Lecter did. I saw that I'd missed some kind of Lecter comment here, and not surprisingly, this kind of resembles Lecter's own key art. And for this particular maker team, dynamic duo. How did you paint this? You must be a hacker. Don't even know what they're replying to, but oh, yeah. You see, the thing is, if you know what happened with people stacking up and escalating their fake world records on trimming their herbs back in Maker 1, Mr. All Games totally is a hacker. Soft luck is a buzzword nowadays. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so 3-2 slapdash. Yeah, this one, hardest level in the whole set. By a pretty significant margin, I think. Definitely the one I had the most issues with. It took me several hours. Okay, it didn't take me several hours, but I can see why it would. I mean, you have to give that fellow some credit for actually sticking through it. This is my home. Yeah, I guess you take up residence here after a certain point. Somebody trying to do an explanatory diagram, which is actually much more helpful than the typical long jump here comment, I suppose. And yeah, look at this, just mapping things out. I don't even know if I did it this way. I know there were some segments, or at least one, where I perhaps didn't do it the intended way. And I do remember this room here, like this whole sequence, where I don't think I even necessarily did the long jump into the wall slam here. Maybe I did. Yeah, to hit the one up on that column. This is literally impossible. Oh, look at this. Yeah, lots of instructions. Now this is the kind of juice these puzzle platforming levels are all about. Let me do stuff like this, instant like. Yep, people doing all these explanatory schematics. Jay Mern played as a Goomba. Yeah, you'd think he would have by now. And door stopper. Where was door stopper? I'm gonna look for it here. Here it is. You were searching for that Boom Boom fanfiction. Don't tell me that Sasha actually put Boom Boom fanfiction on this. It's kind of funny that when your levels get semi-popular, you usually don't have to think about if the puzzle is laid out clearly enough, because when it is in doubt, there will be the most detailed comment. Yeah. I still think I really wish there were a creator comment only visibility mode. you know, just to make comment-driven levels actually viable without being simultaneously overlaid with spoilers. Would have been great for escape rooms. And what is such puzzles? What? And yeah. And look at this schematic diagram here. Equally erotic. Midair here for a massive cheese. And yet he didn't get the record. I didn't get to the secret room in this because I jumped the flagpole. Yeah, that's right. This was the one. I kind of mentally flagged that. I don't know if... I'm not going to have time to do it today, but if you want to cue it back in at some point. Because I do know that well, I basically missed. I had an accidental jump at the very end. Yeah, because I sort of had that at the back of my mind as this is a secret that I consciously missed and didn't get back to. To Bashad Visitor, in your credits level, you've hit a path for credited people to get, in which includes waiting for 4 minutes so they can comment above their name. I'm not exactly sure I follow that, but 2 weeks into the first comment, it took me an hour to figure out how to get in here. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Because, yeah, the idea is that it's deliberately difficult to get to, so people are discouraged from getting up there and posting a comment of their own to obstruct the intended comment from the people who were the collaborators. If I understand you correctly. Anyway. Yeah, I'll actually comb through some of these myself at some point. I'm not going to do all of it on stream right now because I actually should pop off for today. But anyway, this was a good double feature day here with Super Shushiro World, rather, followed by the coda here, which really got our feet very, very wet. But yeah, at last we got to see the roots of some of the trickier playtests that were previously sent my way. The ones that I understand had probably the most concerns about clarity of communication. I think they turned out really well, but of course, you know, hard for me to tell because I was at this point familiar with some of the underlying mechanics. And you can kind of see that, well, I guess maybe from the disparity of upload dates that some of them have taken off a little bit faster, the ones that are perhaps more immediately accessible. But glad to see these finally come out in their finished form. But we do have to call it. And much appreciation for the raids from both Michiro Koi and Divuscus earlier in the stream. And we will pass you folks on somewhere else. We'll likely be back with fewer levels tomorrow. Next week will predominantly be adjudication for the Mario After Midnight puzzle contest, which had its deadline extended slightly to accommodate a couple of people who needed to do last-minute bug fixes. At this point, probably too late to start anything useful for that, but you never know. We will be playing those levels for a pretty big chunk of next week, and I do have some more Super Worlds that I want to do, but they might have to wait until June. So, we got a pretty good chunk done, though, in the past few weeks, and I'm quite satisfied with that, especially with the quality of what we've been seeing. So we'll see you folks around. There will hopefully be much more Maker to come, and we will pass you on to somewhere interesting and familiar very, very shortly. So, once again, thanks for watching, thanks for coming by. I'm very glad that I noticed that these levels came up today. And as always, have a wonderful weekend ahead of you with whatever you may be playing or making or doing. And as usual, fare thee well.